Good morning and welcome your financial independence viewers. We got a new stock for y'all that I've been looking into. It's in the energy drink space. So what is this stock? It is Celsius. So Celsius is a leading and emerging brand in the fitness loyalist. So they have a culture of consumers that want to live fit and recognize Celsius. These things are displayed and sold all over Planet Fitness, 24-hour fitness, Gold's gyms, really good gyms, and they actually have had a lot of sell through even through the pandemic that we've been going through. So in a 10-week clinical study published in the Journal of International Society and Sports Nutrition, basically the group who drank Celsius per day experienced a 93% greater weight loss. So Celsius Holdings has a proprietary and clinically proven formula for the energy drink. So I want to go over some of the investment highlights here. The company was publicly traded on the NASDAQ. It's up under CELH. That's the ticker symbol. The capital structure includes 57.2 million common shares issued and outstanding. And I've done a little bit of research today, and they actually have 72 million now. So a little bit of share dilution. But for a strong growth company, you're going to want that. That way that they can have some capital behind them. So insider ownership is roughly 35.59% of the outstanding shares. They had record revenue of $52.6 million recorded in the 12-month ending in December 31st of 2018. International distribution includes Sweden, Norway, Finland, China, the Middle East, and other international markets are also being targeted in the process of the distribution. So on the investor fact sheet, Celsius has earned 4.4 out of 5 stars on the Amazon. It's actually 4.5. That's what I've been averaging when I went into Amazon and started looking through myself. So Celsius has received 22 international awards since 2005. They have received approval from the National Advertising Division, the NAD, and the Better Business Bureau. And Celsius is backed by multiple published clinical university studies that scientifically proves that this energy drink helps you burn more calories. So on the investor fact sheet, these are some of the items that are in each Celsius drink. So you have green tea extract, you have guarana seed extract, ginger root, vitamin B, vitamin C, and chromium. Chromium helps control hunger and normalizes healthy blood sugar levels. I just wanted to throw that in there because it seems like it's a bad, compound or something. But small amounts like this drink offers is actually very beneficial. So here are the different types of drinks that they do have. You have the Celsius Original, the Celsius Sweetened with Stevia, the Celsius On The Go, and then you have the Celsius Heat. And just with any growth company, you want to see that nice stepping stone and revenues going up each and every quarter. And as you see here, we're starting out at 3.5 million, and they went all the way past 16 million here recently, and they are far, far further than that right now. So going over some of the executive management team, the CEO, John, he has an extensive consumer good background, and it's a results-driven executive with over 20 years both in the financial and operational experience. And he's been CFO in this company since 2012. And then you have Edwin. He is a certified public accountant who brings over 30 years of international finance and operation to the experience on Celsius. And here you have Tony. He joined Celsius as the Executive Vice President Sales in North America. And he brings, once again, 20 years of extensive sales leadership in the beverage space. And he recently served 11 years as a Senior Vice President of Sales for Rockstar Energy. Rockstar Energy, a huge corporation. And for the Vice President of Marketing, you have Kylie. So she brings 14 years of marketing experience to Celsius, having served a majority of her career in the branding market. During her time at Heball, the brand grew 180%. And was named one of Inc. magazine's fastest growing companies. So she helped the company grow a lot, and she's going to with Celsius. The only bad thing that I have with this company is that the competitive space is very high with Pepsi, Monster Energy, Red Bull. The beverage market is highly competitive and includes international, national, regional, and local producers and distributors, most of whom have greater financial management and other resources than us. Our direct competitors in the functional beverage market include, but are not limited to, Coca-Cola, Dr. Pepper, Snapple, PepsiCo, Nestle, Water North America, Hansen Natural Corp, Vital Pharmaceuticals, Monster Energy, and Red Bull. So they're direct competitors. They have 10. And that's really what I'm going to be watching for on this company is can they grow their market share? Especially Amazon, they're really big in e-commerce. They actually, I think they have like 30%. They're in the top 3 of energy drinks sold on Amazon. So total revenue from 2020 is going to be $130 million, and that grew 74% back in 2019 where they only had $75 million. The North American revenue this year came in at $95 million, European revenue $33 million, Asian revenue over $1 million, and then other countries' revenue is $425,000. So they have a golden balance sheet. That is what I love about this company. They have so much cash to acquire other companies, to expand their brands, to market more, research and development. So they have cash of $43 million right now. That's just cash on hand. Their total debt, every single piece of debt, is $26 million. So they almost have twice the amount of cash on hand than all of their debt. They could pay off all of their debt and they would still have over $20 million cash. And this company is trading around a $4 billion market cap, so that's plenty of cash for this small of a company. So one thing that I saw here, as we stated earlier, the revenue for 2020 was $130 million. In 2019 it was $75 million. The cost of revenue in 2019, $43 million, and it goes up to $69 million in 2020. So their actual top line revenue is outpacing the cost of the revenue. The gross profit is $60 million for 2020, and that came from $31 million in 2019. And their net income is $8.5 million. This company is profitable. So I will say with this company, they have a very high forward PE. Right now it's around 416. Like I said earlier, it's a $4.4 billion market cap. And the price of sales is a little bit off. I've done all the calculations myself. So they have 72 million shares. And with the current stock price, that would put them around 25. And so with this high growth company, that's actually pretty decent considering Monster Energy is somewhere in between the 10 to 12 price to sales. So the earnings, they're going to start earning so much revenue. Analysts have them at 1 cent this year. They've already beat that. And next year they have them at 27 cents a share. And for revenue, that's going to be for this year almost a 50% increase. In year 2022 is going to be 52% increase. And so I'm not the biggest fan of Jim Cramer. I know.
There's a bear market somewhere.
But I do like whenever he does interview CEOs because he does go really in depth and he kind of gets a little bit more information than we can get on the internet just by looking at news articles. So I wrote down here, so for this is basically like an overview of the whole entire 8-minute interview. So for Q2 of fiscal year 21, Celsius reported earnings of 2 cents, 60% CAGR compound annual growth rate in the last 4 years in North American markets. So distributed with Anheuser-Busch and Dr. Pepper. So they already have connections with Anheuser-Busch and Dr. Pepper distributing their products. So they're leveraging the retail partners, which consist of Target, Walmart, CVS, and they just launched with Speedway, which is awesome. That's amazing. Focus on being number 1 in the category. That came from the CEO himself in that interview. He's focused on being number 1, not number 2, and not number 3. So right now, there's 72 million shares. I want the stock to go to $35. That's where I'll probably start buying. But this is a stock you definitely want to have on your watch list. This is a great company. And with a $35 stock price, I've done the calculations, and that would put them at a 2.5 around billion dollar market cap. And that's a good entry point for me. 2.5 billion, that brings the risk reward with this company at a very, very attractive valuation. And with that, your financial independence investors, have a great day.